me at a low, 'cause where you go is where I go. I don't need nobody else. I got you, and you got me too. You came right out of the blue. I wanna do what you want to. We can leave and run away someday, someday.
Good morning everyone, welcome back to my channel. I feel like it has been forever since I spoke to you guys because probably I haven't vlogged or even recorded a video in a week, literally since last week. But I'm very excited to get into today's video because we're gonna spill the tea. You guys had a lot of questions from me. A couple of weeks ago I posted on my Instagram story that I'm gonna do a Q&A, get ready with me, and you guys sent a bunch of questions. We have personal, we have beauty related, we have all sorts of questions. So we are gonna do Q&A, get ready with me. I'm gonna do my wing liner makeup that I do with shadow, not with actual eyeliner. I was wearing that makeup while I was wearing this top last week, no, the week before that, and a lot of you guys asked me how did I create that look. So we're gonna do that and then chat together. So grab yourself a coffee, tea, wine, snack, whatever your heart pleases, because probably we're gonna be here for a very long time because we all know I like to ramble. I'll try my best to keep this video short and sweet. It's gonna be a little bit difficult for me to multitask, read the questions, answer them, talk to you guys, and do my makeup at the same time, because we have a bunch of new products too to try out, but I'm gonna do my best to stay focused. I haven't finished my morning coffee yet. I'm gonna drink my coffee so I have energy. Today is another gloomy day, literally, like we've been having a lot of that recently, so I had to turn on the vanity light, so it's a little bit bright here. But let's get into it. The new products that I'm going to try out for you guys are from LMS. We have PRO-COLLAGEN Instant Smooth Primer. I have never tried this, so I'm very excited to give this a try. And then we have a few products from BEUATY that I'm very excited to try out. First, we have the why is it so difficult to say that? Hyaluronic, you guys know what I mean. Foundation with SPF 30. That along the same line we have their concealer, and then I have their hyaluronic, I'm not gonna say that word again, pressed powder. And then this was coming in a pack, so I just thought let's just give it a try. It's their beauty blender. You guys know I love my Amazon beauty blenders. They just work fantastic and they're such an affordable price, but the shape of this was like interesting, so I was like let's just give it a try, and it's a beautiful color. And then what else do I have to try out? Oh, brow products. I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel, and we have the Huda Beauty new release eyebrow pencil. I have already tested out this too once, yeah, but the rest of them I have not yet tried out. Let me get my beauty blender damp and then we will start doing the makeup and answering your questions. The first question is, do you feel like pressured to follow a trend since social media is your job? Love your content. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go on with the primer. If I'm not mentioning a product, I'm gonna link it for you guys in the description box below. I don't feel pressure to follow a trend. For example, when everybody was doing the TikTok things, I wasn't into it, I wasn't doing it, and then I find a rhythm that I like to do it. If you know me personally, you know I'm not a trend follower. I just don't like that. Something has to be me for me to follow it. But just because it's trendy and people are doing it, no, I'm not gonna go for it. Does it sometimes hold me back? 100%. But I honestly, from the day one that I have started this, which was 2016, I first started in 2014, then restarted it in 2016, I have always promised myself to stay true to me, because I have seen so many people get lost in this industry and I didn't want to be that person. So maybe if I follow a trend, I'll get so much more exposure, but I always promise myself to stay true to myself. And if something resonates with me, then for sure I'll go for it. But if something doesn't resonate with me just because of exposure, I'm not gonna go for it. I'm pretty sure you guys already noticed that if you've been following me for a pretty long time. But yeah, oh, this primer was really smooth. Like, I like the texture of it. It's not tacky or anything, but it did blur out my pores. My pores have been doing so much better. I'll do a skincare for you guys soon, because there are a few like new products in my skincare. Then we're gonna go in with this foundation. I really don't know if the color was correct. I just went based off of the swatches. This seems very, very liquidy. I don't know if I should apply it with hand or beauty blender. I think I'm gonna drop it on my face. No, we're gonna drop it on the beauty blender and then go pat it all over my face, I guess. But this seems like it's gonna be a light color. Should I mix? Okay, I'm not gonna mix in my BEUATY serum that I mix pretty much with anything and everything. This one, and this gives it a little bit of a bronze color as well. I'm gonna go first in with a very light layer of this to see how the coverage is, how's it going. My face is not doing fantastic, and I was gonna postpone this video, but I'm like, okay, actually it's a really good time to see like how good the coverage of this is. A couple of weeks ago I tested out 2 new face masks, and they just didn't get along with my face, because I had breakouts all over my face. It was not like focused one area, and they're just barely healing. You guys don't have the worst skin on this planet. It's so sensitive. I don't have the worst skin, that was an exaggeration. I just have a very sensitive skin. So yeah, I was gonna postpone recording this video until my skin is doing better, but then I was like, we need a true test to see if this actually works or not. So we're gonna test it out. So yeah, I'm just gonna go in with the first layer to see how this works. Let's see. Okay, the undertone is not right. Yeah, this is way lighter than what I go for, but it's fine. We'll give it a try. Yeah, I'm gonna mix in a little bit of my BEUATY, this one, because it's gonna be too light, and I have a photo shoot today, so I can't afford to have very light pale skin. So I'm gonna do 2 pumps of this, and then this seems like it's like a little goes a long way, so I'm not gonna put too much of this, and then we'll build it up based off of that. Can you just hear my stomach rumbling? Oh my god, the coverage, that's insane. And it's so smooth, it's like velvety. Oh, I like this. And I barely applied any. And usually when you go with beauty blender, the coverage is sheer, because beauty blender soaks up, not completely, but obviously takes the excess product. So I'm very impressed with the coverage of this. It's super lightweight with a really good coverage. I'm gonna go a little bit more. I really like this. I'm adding just a little bit more on the areas that I have breakouts. I want to see if it's gonna turn cakey, or like how is it gonna play out. It's so pretty and like super lightweight. Your jewelry collection is stunning. Is there a specific store you always shop from? Honestly, not necessarily. I try my best to invest in gold products, like real gold, and I'm Armenian, but I'm Middle Eastern. I was born and raised in Iran, so 14 karat gold is not considered gold for me. I like 18 karat gold or 22 karat gold. I know, so bougie, but I try my best to invest in gold jewelry when the item is not trendy. If it's an item that I would use year after year, like, and all of that. So see, this is what I say when I'm not a good multitasker. I'm gonna go in with the HYDRA-CONCEALER. It comes like with a brush, and I'm using it in a color Fair, and the BEUATY foundation was in a color 500N, neutral medium dark. So let me see how this comes out. Do I have to, oh, it came out already. Okay, I'm horrible at choosing shades apparently online, because now this is too light, but you know what, we're here. We're gonna work with it. I'm gonna apply it to my highlights as well. The brush is really sturdy. I like the brush. So yeah, back to the jewelry. I buy jewelry from Amazon too, and so far obviously they're not gonna be the best quality, but I try to only buy like fashion jewelry if they're like trendy items. If not, then I would try my best to go for gold. My dad travels a lot, and sometimes he will buy me gold from Dubai, which mostly there it's like 22 karat gold, and those are obviously like statement pieces, like chains that I know I will use for years after years and stuff. So my camera was dying, so I had to switch the battery. By the way, this concealer was absolutely amazing. It blended like a dream. It was too light when I just first put it on, but it's just like disappeared somehow. Like it's not as light when I blended it, but I really like it. It's not heavy. You guys know I don't like heavy concealers at all. That's why I don't use concealers. I use the MAC Prep and Prime Under Eye Highlighter, and this has like similar concept to it, and it's like super like lightweight, and I just love that. I feel like it's going to be a good makeup day if I don't ruin it. So yeah, a lot of people ask me where my earrings are from, the ones that I always have on my ear. This one is Marietash, and I know it's expensive, but I promise you guys it is worth it if you are into like investing in gold. This one is from Nordstrom. It was not too expensive, but it's hold on for like literally years. I got this probably 2 years ago, a year ago exactly. And I shower in it, never took it out from the day that I got it. This one is the initial one. I have B and D here because my first name is Dollar, my middle name is Blair. If you guys didn't know that, that was one of the questions, if my or what is my real name. My first name is Dollar, which is an Armenian name, and my middle name is Blair. So I have a B and a D, and this is from an Armenian owned business called Argi Danieli. Absolutely love her items. And then this one is from Nordstrom. I don't have this on all the time. These ones are the ones that I always have on my ear, and the bottom one I change all the time. This is from Nordstrom, and what was the name of the brand? I don't remember on top of my head, but they have very beautiful jewelry, and if I'm not mistaken, the owner is Persian. Nadri, yeah, Nadri, that was the name of the brand. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know, I have to do more research without giving you guys an information that might be false. This one is sadly a very cheap earring from Amazon, and it got stuck in there. I can't take it out. I have to go see my person who does my piercing, and then for her to take it out. It just got stuck in there. I can't do anything about it. So yeah, that's that ear. And then this one, this is an actually Amazon one, which I showed you guys I think in my previous video and maybe in my Instagram story. This is basically a dupe of the single Marietash one, but I'm gonna change it because it is changing color. You can't go into shower with this, so I'm gonna change that to the Marietash one because obviously that's real gold. This is the same hoop, and this is the same Argi Danieli one, and the same Natri one. So yeah, I don't have a specific store that I show. That was a very long explanation of my jewelry collection and where I shop from. Now I'm gonna go in with this powder. I'm scared this is gonna give me a white cast. I'm just gonna go very light hand. Yeah, that was a very long explanation of where my jewelry is from, but normally I try to buy gold. Van Cleef is one of my favorite ones. You guys know I love like Van Cleef bracelets. And then for like earrings, I'm not very picky. If it's like a statement one, and it's not something that I want to keep in my collection for year after year. You guys have no idea how impressed I am with this by Terry product. The powder went on like a dream, like literally like a dream. Really liking this. what do you call it, yeah, I buy from ASOS. Most of my like fashion jewelries are from ASOS, Amazon. I like Lily Clasp, I like Icelink. Icelink is another Armenian owned business. I have their necklaces, my watches from them. And then where else? Nordstrom too. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If it's not gold, then those are the stores that I go for. Let me go in with my bronzer. We're gonna use the Gucci bronzer. And then let's go to the next question. How often do you tan? I recently got into tanning and I love it thanks to you. I'm so happy you're loving tanning, because tanning literally changed my life. Literally, it changed my confidence to a next level. So I tan probably once every week. If I'm not feeling lazy. If I'm feeling lazy, I'll apply gradual tan and like extend it to 2 weeks. But I try my best to tan like once a week, and in between my tan I apply gradual tan to just keep it up and like keep it like going well. And yeah, now already you guys know how much I love Saint-Tropez product. I'm gonna link my tanning routine for you guys in the description box below. Where do you want to travel first after COVID ends? I have been wanting to go to Tulum for literally I think 3 years now. So I think that's the first place that I want to travel to. Putting it into universe and manifesting it, to be honest with you guys. But I'm really hoping in this year I'm gonna get to go to Europe to see my family, because I really miss them. There are a lot of questions about me, my relationship, my personal life. Am I dating anyone? Do I want to get married? So I'm gonna try my best to answer this in a nicest way possible. I know you guys are invested when you watch someone online, but not everyone wants to share everything of their life online, and I'm one of those people. If you've been following me for a very long time, you know I keep my personal life. And I know I put my life out there, but I try to keep it limited to fashion and beauty and a little bit of lifestyle. My personal life, my family, my relationships, even my friendships are very, very close to my heart. And I'm not saying by talking about them online or sharing them online that's gonna change. But imagine your house is made out of glass, okay? But it's tinted. If you take that tint away, then what is left for you? And my relationships and my friendships and my family are too dear to my heart for me to take that tint away. So to answer all of these questions, I would prefer to keep personal. I'm not saying that I would never share it online. That's not the way to go with, but I will share it on my timing and when I'm ready to share. I don't know if the question was, do you want to get married or will you get married? Oh, the question was, do you want to get married? Yes, I do want to get married. And I can't wait for that day. Next question. What is your favorite drugstore skincare product? Sadly, I don't have any to recommend to you. I don't use drugstore products. Not because they're not good, but because I've never had a good experience with them. Okay, I just remembered. Garnier Micellar Water. Fantastic product. If you want to remove your makeup, just fantastic. I like the pink one personally, but if you are using a lot of waterproof makeup, the blue one works great. Sorry, I'm trying to answer a few questions before going in, because I know when I'm doing my makeup, I can't concentrate. Who is your style icon? Because of you, I wear more white now. Thank you. I love that. I feel like growing up, not that anybody told me, but I felt like it was frowned upon to wear color if you are bigger than other girls. That mentality of bigger girls should not wear color is just so messed up, and I always did my best to change that. So I'm very happy you're wearing more white. White is my favorite color if you guys don't know. But who's my style icon? I honestly can't mention one person. There are a lot of people. I usually go on Pinterest and just pin a bunch of styles that come to my board. Obviously Pinterest has that algorithm that gives you what you like, so I can't name a specific person, but people who are pretty much the balance between trendy and classy. Are you close with your sister's family? Love your videos. Thank you. I am very close to my sisters. I've always said this and I will say this. The reason that, not that I don't need friends, but I've never felt the need to meet new people and like find new friends is because of my sisters. Because my sisters and I are very, very close, and it's just a bond that I don't know how to explain. Do we fight? 100%, literally every single day, because one of my sisters actually works with me. But yeah, I'm very, very close to them, just to answer your question. They're like my best friends. Next question is ride or die products. Ride or die skincare products, sorry. There's a lot. I have a blog post, I'm gonna link it for you guys, but the few of them that really comes to my mind: LMS Balm, there's nothing like it to remove your makeup, it's just fantastic. Dermalogica Microfoliant, the best exfoliator if you have like dry skin or you have rosacea prone or sensitive skin. And the last product that comes to my mind is Clarins Double Serum. That's just phenomenal product. I'm sure there's other ones too, but like these are the ones that literally come to my mind right now. I'm just gonna fast forward my eyebrow section because you guys know I'm not the best at doing them. So I'm just gonna do my eyebrows and then I'll be right back. We'll continue with the makeup and the questions. I'm obsessed with your earrings. Did you get all piercings at the same time? No, I did not. I actually am not done. I have 2 more piercings that I want to get. I was gonna get them last year, but obviously when COVID happened, everywhere was closed, and the girl who does my piercings went back to her country and she just recently got back. But no, I didn't. That would have been very painful. So the first ones, I got them when I was literally probably 1-year-old or 2-year-old. The second one, I got it when I was a teenager back in Iran. The third ones, so this one and this one, I got them together. And then I got this one and this one together, so probably 2 at the same time. I would not recommend getting 2 different piercings at the same time, especially if they're like cartilage ones, because it is painful. It's not easy to take care of in piercing. Let me tell you this, it's a full-time job, at least for the first 3 to 6 months. You have to clean them on a daily basis, and you have to make sure they're not irritated, and like it's a full-time job, you know what I mean? You have to be very careful with them. Sleeping is a huge factor. I would make literally a donut out of towels and then put my ear in it and sleep. I'm sure there's like special pillows for that, but I was not dedicated enough for me to get that. But yeah, it's just a full-time job, but I would not recommend doing them all at the same time. I didn't do it, and I have 2 more to get. I want to get one inside, actually this ear, like inside, and I want to get my 4th hole, and then I'll be probably done, hopefully. But yeah, I love my piercings. They're like basically my wild side, if that makes sense. I really like this eyebrow gel. I know Anastasia just came out with another one that is in a pot and everyone is going crazy about it, but it was sold out and I was not able to get it. But this one, I really, really like it. It doesn't make my eyebrows crunchy, but it sets them really nicely. Next questions. How many tattoos do you have, and what is the meaning behind them? I'm pretty sure this person meant meaning behind that. Anyway, I only have one, which is this one. This is the day that I got my surgery, and it was a very life-changing moment for me, so I just wanted to remember it for the rest of my life. I always wanted my first tattoo to be a date, and I wanted it to be a date that means a lot personally to me. It is June 13th, 2019. Oh, funny. The next question is actually about my surgery. How are you feeling after your weight loss surgery? I'm feeling fantastic. There are days that I don't regret it at all. Best decision I have made for me. People have different opinions. People have different experiences. But for me, the best decision I have ever made. But I'm feeling fantastic. Some days are a little bit more difficult than the other days. But overall, I'm doing fantastic. If you guys want, I'll do a complete separate video on it because we're close to 2 years of it. June will be 2 years that I got it done. So if you guys want, I can do a separate video on it, but I'm feeling fantastic. What is your favorite go-to foundation? I have dry skin and nothing looks good. So I have few. I'm gonna share all of them with you. First of all, if you have dry skin, you have to make sure your base is good. Your primer, your moisturizer is fantastic, because no foundation will look good if you don't have a good base. I love the YSL primer, and for hydration I like the MAC Prep and Prime highlighter underneath, or the what do you call it, the Charlotte Tilbury one. Those two are fantastic. You need something glowy. I don't know why my voice is going raspy. So make sure your base is really good. And then for foundation, I love Luminous Stick. It's one of my favorite ones. Looks good all the time. And my recent two favorites are, one of them the L'Oreal True Match, which is a drugstore one. Absolutely love this. And then the new Sephora Best Skin Ever. This is heavier coverage, but it's not cakey at all. It really looks good. So now we're gonna go to the eyes. For creating that like shape, like sharp line, I used tape. So the tape gave my eyes an allergic reaction. I had like literally red marks here for like days. Now they're fading away. So instead of doing that, now I use literally a cardboard. Now I don't have anything here, so we're gonna tear this off and we're gonna use this as our cardboard. Hold it in an angle that I want my eyeliner to be, and I created. I don't always succeed, but I'm hoping today is gonna be one of those days that it's gonna look presentable. Just like my what do you call it, eyebrows, my eyeliners are not even related, not even cousins, but we're gonna move on from that because I just don't want to spend more time on them. I'm gonna take now these two colors and then just blend it over my crease, because I personally don't like it when my crease is completely empty. So I'm just gonna go on my crease and just blend it. Honestly, I should have done this before that. Oh, my brush was dirty. Great. I should have done this before the eyeliner, but I forgot. So just be careful you don't go on your eyeliner, because especially if you've done it with shadow, then it is possible that it's gonna move around. So just like go around it, just so it has a little bit of a depth, you know what I mean? I got a lot of questions about kids as well. If I want to have kids and is it in my future? Yes, for sure. I already have their names picked out. Just because, I don't know, there were a couple of names that I actually really like, and I said, if one day God blesses me with a boy, this is the name that I'm gonna use, and if God blesses me with a girl, this is a name I would like to call them. But yeah, I want to have kids one day. The next questions: how do you deal with online bullying and people's judgment? I have a little bit of a, I'm not gonna say I don't care attitude, but I have a very strong personality. I've always haven't been like this. I've actually had a very sensitive personality, and I was a people pleaser. And like people's opinions always mattered to me a lot, like more than my opinion mattered to me. And I guess with growing up and gaining more confidence and knowing what I bring to the table and knowing truly who I am inside, I just don't care. I really don't care. Do I wish I could stop them? 100%, because I feel like all the bullying and hate comes from a place of hurting and place of anger. I try to keep my channel, my social media, just my life as positive as possible, but sometimes I really can't control what other people think. So to answer your question, I really don't care what people think of me, you know, because I know who I am inside, and that's what matters. Which Saint-Tropez tanning product is your absolute favorite one? The Purity line, because there's no way that you can go wrong with them. The face mist, the body one, just fantastic. Who takes your photos? I have a photographer and then my sister as well, depending on if the company that I work with, do they want professional pictures or do they accept. Most of my Instagram pictures, my sisters take them. My sister works with me, but if a company wants a professional, like they want a professional photographer being involved, either they send out their professional photographer or I have a professional photographer as well. Someone asked, where do you work? Blogging is my full-time job. I work from home, I guess. Where are you from? I'm Armenian, but I was born and raised in Iran. I moved here when I was 19, so that would be in 2009. So yeah, that's where I'm from. I am considering the duodenal switch. Can you post a new video about your progress and weight loss, please? Yes, of course. I will do that in my next video. What ear piercings do you have? I love them. I've covered that already. What do you do before becoming a blogger, and what made you decide to be a blogger? Before this, I was working in an insurance agency, and yeah. And what made me become a blogger? By the way, I hated every second of working at insurance because it's just not my personality. I was not doing sales or anything. I was more on the paperwork side of things, but I just hated the office situation. Like, office job is not my thing because it's not creative, and I love a creative outlet. And the reason that I started to become a blogger, because I always had friends and family asking me how I did this, how I did that, like skincare and makeup related, or outfit wise, where did I get this, where did I get that. And I just honestly started it for my friends and family, so they all have like one outlet to go if they're looking for something. Especially outfit wise, they always ask me like, how did I, like, where do I find my clothes? And like, I would give them the store, but they would still like have hard time matching top to bottoms and stuff. So that's why I was like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna create a blog and I'm gonna do outfit posts for them. Like, I'm gonna create an OOTD and like post it for them. And that's how I started. And I never ever thought it would be my full-time job. I never thought it would get to this point. I know every blogger that you see, they always say that, but that's the honest truth. Because at the time I was working at an insurance company, or even the first time that I started, I was working at Marshall's. I worked for Marshall's for 5 years, and the day that I was quitting, everybody was shocked because I actually liked that. It was more creative than being in the office, if you're being honest. You have no idea how grateful I am that I'm doing something that I absolutely love every single day. The next question is, were COVID restrictions like where you live? We actually everywhere opened up the indoors, outdoors last Monday. So I think just wearing a mask basically. I'm not sure if the capacity is back to 100%, but indoor dining is already open. Where do you live? I live in California, specifically in LA. How do you stay so motivated and positive when life gets hard? I can't say a lot about this. I'm gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner. Just generally speaking, when things get hard, I'm a kind of person who gives myself timeline. Like, if I'm upset about something, I give myself, for example, a day. Like, I basically give myself a grief time. I give myself a day to be upset about that something for one day, and then the next day when I wake up, I decide to move on. I don't forget about it. That does not mean that I'm like, okay, all of a sudden I'm all happy and sunshine and rainbows, but no, I get up and I try to do my regular life things. Either that's working, either that's hanging out with my friends. I don't let the thing that is bothering me stop me from living my normal life as much as possible. It is easier said than done, 100%, I agree, but I just learned to see the good in every situation. Sometimes things happen that I'm like, okay, how is it possible that they can be good in this situation? There's no way that something positive will come out of this situation, but I promise you, at the end of the tunnel, there is something positive that comes out of it. Is it difficult to see it at the moment? 100%, but because I have done it so many times, and it got proven to me that even if something bad happens, there might be a positive outcome out of it. There might be a lesson out of it. It doesn't always have to be some rainbows and sunshine at the end. It might be even a lesson out of the bad situation. It got proven to me that there is always sun after rain. So that's why when things get hard, I give myself time to be sad about them, and then I move on. Not in the sense of that I forget about them, but I try my best to live my regular life because I love being positive. I have noticed that when I'm being positive, how good my surrounding is. When you're being negative Nancy, every negative thing happens to you, and I have experienced that, and I don't like that. But when you're being positive, when you're being optimistic, when you are seeing good in everything, when you're being happy, honestly, I have seen happy things coming to me. And if you have never experienced it, I will highly recommend it. I know sometimes things get very difficult, things that are out of your control and you can't control them. But at the same time, if you try just a little bit, see the goodness in it, then I promise you that that will reflect in your life. And that's how I keep things positive. Because I have seen, if I'm being positive, positive things come towards me. I don't know why I got emotional about it. I'm gonna go in with my Gucci lipstick. Absolutely love this lipstick. It's in the color Blaze of Noon. I tried to fix my eyeliner, but it is not fixable at this point, so we're just gonna leave them alone. What would you be doing if you weren't an influencer? Probably I would be in the creative industry still, because I just love fashion and beauty, and like I just love this industry. Maybe I would be a stylist, maybe I would be a personal buyer, personal shopper. I'm not sure exactly, to be honest with you guys. That's an interesting question, but I'm pretty sure it would be in the creative industry, because it's just, I love creating things. So yeah, I'm gonna go over my face with these two products that you guys know how much I love. I was trying to not get it on my chest since I had a tan, but probably it did get there. I have one last question that so many people ask me about. I'm gonna answer that, and then it will be the end of this video. How did you do your wall molding? They are so pretty. So many people ask me about the wall moldings in our house. I got the moldings off of Home Depot, and then my cousin installed them. Honestly, if I would redo them, I wouldn't do the sides like that, like the corners. I would go for like a rectangular style, and probably not a one with like pattern. I would go for a straight one because they're a little bit more modern. But for this house, they're fine. I actually really like them. I'm not gonna redo them. That would drive my family insane. Yeah, that's how I did it. I didn't do it, my cousin did it. I helped him just by this much, but he did all the measurements and like installing them basically. But yeah, that is going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys got to know me a little bit better. I know I'm a little bit reserved when it comes to personal things, but it's just how I like to keep things, you know. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. I will see you guys on my next video. Bye!